No one in this area ever thought there would come a day when they'd have to live side by side with crocodiles. At first, people believed the crocodiles stayed in the water, until one morning, on a busy road filled with locals going about their day, a crocodile appeared out in the open. It moved as if the road belonged to it. They even began fighting each other, throwing the entire neighborhood into chaos. And it didn't stop there. A nearby golf course, once the quietest place in the area, soon began to change. Crocodiles started crawling onto the land again. People could only stand still and watch, completely helpless. It was dangerous, terrifyingly so. Life for the residents was turned upside down. Seeing massive crocodiles, several meters long, with powerful bodies and thick, armored skin, was no longer unusual. There was no more time to wait. The control team moved in. It took several minutes. Then, a head appeared. As it began to crawl onto the bank, everything happened fast. A noose was thrown, direct hit. Instantly, a tense struggle erupted. The entire team pulled back in unison. 1, 2, 3, pull. Finally, the crocodile was dragged onto land. Ropes were quickly secured around its powerful jaws to ensure everyone's safety and make it easier to restrain. There was no hesitation. Every move was precise and decisive. Because with crocodiles, 1 second too slow, and you lose control completely. That day ended in relief. On another day, right beside a residential fence, a large crocodile crawled out of a murky canal. Next to a road with passing traffic, a highly dangerous situation if left unnoticed. As soon as we received the report, we moved in. Loops were thrown, aiming straight for the neck. After several attempts, finally, a hit. We held the line. One by one, everyone pulled together. The struggle was intense as the crocodile thrashed violently. It was a moment without compromise. On one side, humans gripping the rope with everything they had. On the other, a primal predator of immense strength. Everyone watching was shaken. But after a long effort, the team finally brought the fierce animal under control. Then, during a patrol, we suddenly spotted another target right in front of us. It lay still on a rock in the middle of the water, silent, yet defiant. As if it had long claimed dominance over the area. We couldn't let the threat remain. We took positions, locked onto the target, and made a decisive move. The crocodile collapsed onto the rock, motionless. By the end of the day, the mission was complete. Peace was restored to the community. Everything eventually calmed down. But what lingered wasn't relief, it was a heavy silence. Because everyone knew. This was only one small part of a much bigger problem. As these predators move closer and closer to human settlements, every intervention becomes more than just a task, it becomes a race to protect lives. And that struggle is far from over. If you've made it this far, feel free to share your thoughts below.